Shabbat Shalom. This just going live again. It's been a couple weeks since I've worked on my commentary, but finally got a chance to bring it up now. So again, to start out my video, I just want to go over, introduce my page. It's my channel. If this is the first time you're seeing it, go over the sections in it. The main thing, main purpose of my channel is to create these Bible study commentaries. That's this first section here. I've got all of them in one playlist. And then those in this next section, I take those commentary videos and divide them up by categories, and then have each of those in a playlist in this next section here. Like this first playlist here is about studies that show how the Old Testament is prophetic of Jesus. And then my section after that is just straightforward Bible readings I'm doing in the Old Testament and New Testament. So far, I'm still in Genesis in the Old Testament series and Matthew in the New Testament series. And then, like these live streams where I'm preparing my commentary, I added a playlist to this section as well. And next section after that is just for like fun entertainment stuff, like some of the comic book reviews I've done and the fan fiction I'm working on. And another one, I haven't done any videos in this one for a while, but these are called current events. So that's pretty much it for the introduction there. And so today, I haven't looked at this in a while. I'll be continuing on Vayetze. And maybe I should want to just put this link to this video out on YouTube. And just make sure I got this up so I can go back to it if I need to. There we go. All right, yeah, so like last time I did is I copied a whole chunk of Genesis 30 and 31 into this commentary. So I'm just going to start out reading and catch myself up. This week's Torah portion is Vayetze, or And He Left. It's primarily about how Jacob fell in love with Rachel and started working for her father Laban. Laban tricked Jacob into also marrying his other daughter Leah and extending the amount of time Jacob had to work for him. Excuse me. This is my third time presenting this portion. I did a commentary on it as recently as last year. Maybe I should make these larger. Yeah. Not that they're important, but if you make it. Oops. I'll make these 60. Let's see. These are the passages I covered in those commentaries. They were about how Laban mistreated Jacob while Jacob was working for him. During that time, they made a deal which I didn't cover much in those commentaries. At this point, Rachel had just given birth to Joseph, and Jacob was ready to leave with his wives and children. Okay, and then I'm going to be talking about spotted and speckled. And what I'm thinking, the way I feel like I'm being led is talk about in regards to how the church is built, rather than being built of perfect people. So like they say, it's people who need help, people who need God's who need God to help them. which is really everyone. We all need God. And I read, and in my separate Bible reading, I read the passage where Jesus talks about, it's a parable where Jesus talks about how he has someone has a large feast, and here it's in Luke. So I'll bring you up here, Luke. Like what I do for my own personal Bible reading is I've got several books I'm reading through at a time, and I email myself where I'm at in each one, and so then I can keep track. And then every time, like after I get done reading, I update it and send it again. And so it's in Luke. Now I'm pretty sure this parable is probably covered in other Gospels, but I think I will. Since I read it in Luke recently, and I think I'll just go with this one. I was thinking maybe I'll look up the other ones, but I thought this one was pretty good. Here, the parable of the Great Supper. And so I'm going to copy and paste this into the slides quick. Just so I have it handy. And then I'm going to, of course, this is the rough part of the preparing the commentary. A lot of this will be trimmed out as I go on. Now, when one of those who sat at the table with him heard these things, he said to him, "Blessed is he who shall eat bread in the kingdom of God." Then he said to him, "A certain man gave a great supper, inviting many, and sent his servant at supper time to say to those who were invited, 'Come, for all things are now ready.' But they all with one accord began to make excuses. The first said to him, 'I have bought a piece of ground, and I must go and see it. I ask you to have me excused.' And another said, 'I have bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I am going to test them. I ask you to have me excused.' Still another said, 'I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come.' So that servant came and reported these things to his master. Then the master of the house, being angry, said to his servant, 'Go out quickly into the streets and lanes of the city, and bring in here the poor and the maimed and the lame and the blind.' The servant said, 'Master, it is done as you commanded, and still there is room.' Then the master said to the servant, 'Go out into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. For I say to you that none of those men who are invited shall taste my supper.'" Yep, that's yeah. Trying to just check the context, but I think now this is the opening part is about the kingdom of God, and this is so I think that really the point of this is, and then I think of another verse, where Jesus said he will use the foolish of this world to confuse the wise. Oops, I don't want that. And I think those are the first ones that pop up to me as I was thinking about doing this, putting this commentary together. So I'm just going to bring them in here as I can envision how they'll be used, but yeah, then it's just a matter of like really organizing it together. Oops. So yeah, 15, 24. I think how should I divide this up? Well, first I'll just try about right here. So I think I'll have to. That's about 22. Why have I been going? I've been going as high as 28. So I think I'll divide this up one more time. Let me see if So let me try. I'll just try pulling out one verse at a time in each. So if I take 19 out of here, And I put that one here. And so then I take 20 out of here. And as I read it, I might probably like change them around. So this is 24. This font size 24. Probably still do more. So I'll take out 18 here. Oops. Put that here. So I got 3 verses here. I got 4 verses here. I'll probably take out. If I put this one here. And actually, I don't think I'll do that. I think I'm going to put verse 21. I'll split up into 4. This verse 21 is really the crux of this passage about how Jesus is bringing in those who would usually be deemed like lesser by society. Yeah, and this kind of does more on topic. So like this first slide is the introduction of it. The second one is the excuses. And then this one is about like bringing in the lame and the blind. And then this one is the conclusion. Or should I make this? I think that looks a little bit better there. Now I'm not very good with Bible citations, like having them memorized. So I got to Google or DuckDuckGo this Bible confuse wise with fools. Let's see if okay, actually I get 1 Corinthians 1:27. Back to Bible Gateway. 1 Corinthians 1:27. For you see your calling, brethren, that not many wise according to the flesh, nor many mighty, not many noble are called, but God has chosen the foolish things of the world to put to shame the wise. God has chosen the weak things of the world to put to shame the things which are mighty. And the base things of the world and the things which are despised, God has chosen, and the things which are not, to bring to nothing the things that are, that no flesh should glory in his presence. But of him you are in Christ Jesus, who became for us wisdom from God, and righteousness and sanctification and redemption, that as it is written, he who glories, let him glory in the Lord. Yeah, so it's pretty much, that's going to be, I think, perfect for this commentary. So it's pretty much God picking what the people of the world finds foolish, because they won't be proud like those who are looked highly upon in the world. I think I can divide this up into 2. I'll try. Well, I think I'll divide it up here. Let's just see how this looks. 6:27. Yeah, and I might take out the last part. I might take out verse 30 just for to save space and time. But that's a really great verse. There. And so now I'll just start reading it and see how it flows, and start adding some, like a little bit of research in that and what I think about. Anyway, so I read this part already. And I want to think about when to introduce when to put in the title side up. And I might do that after, as I get through into the actual Torah portion part here in Genesis. So 30:25, and it came to pass when Rachel had borne Joseph that Jacob said to Laban, "Send me away, that I may go to my own place, into my country. Give me my wives and my children, for whom I have served you, and let me go, for you know my service, which I have done for you." Laban said to him, "Please stay, if I have found favor in your eyes, for I have learned by experience that the Lord has blessed me for your sake." And this kind of goes to one of my previous commentaries about, but we see Laban trying to control Jacob, not wanting to let him leave and be independent, wanting to take advantage of his services. And I probably won't put that in here for now. I might even take out the slide altogether again for time, but it's not the point of this commentary. It might tie in as I work on it, but let's see how it goes. Then he said, "Name me your wages, and I will give it." So Jacob said to him, "You know how I've served you, and how your livestock has been with me. For what you had before I came was little, and it has increased to a great amount. The Lord has blessed you since my coming. And now, when shall I also provide for my own house?" And so Jacob just wanted to be able to provide for himself. And this is some context I would like. It might come into play as I pray about it and think about it and put together. But I'm thinking overall, and I'll have to time it out. But I'm thinking I'll probably take that out. Otherwise, there is commentary I can put in here that might tie everything else together. So he said, "What shall I give you?" And Jacob said, "You shall not give me anything. If you will do this thing for me, I will again feed and keep your flocks. Let me pass through all your flock today, removing from there all the speckled and spotted sheep, and all the brown ones among the lambs, and the spotted and speckled among the goats, and these shall be my wages." No, this is interesting. Jacob is specifically, he's I don't saying he doesn't want anything else. He is seeking after things that are speckled and spotted, and that's why I'm going to put in it for a title, at least for now. Speckled and spotted. Actually, I might just stick with. Should I put another line in there? It's too bad it has a design. I wonder. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to just go with this. Yeah, well, that's too big. So I think I'll just go back to that. And so, what I like to do a lot is look up Hebrew and definitions, how they're used. So I'm going to do that in this slide. Even though I might not use it that much, I do want to give context for what it actually means, what it means, that's speckled, and and what it means for something to be spotted. So let's see. So I'm going to go back to the Bible Gateway. Just go back to Genesis 30 here. What verse is that? Is 31. It's 30, 30, 32 and 33. So now I'll open Bible Hub. And I'll go to, I think I could pretty much, if I wanted to, just like not even bother going to this detail and just like type something up, but I'll making my time limit. But I want to do this study and put in this effort and just learn this. So yeah, spotted sheep, dark colored lamb, speckled, spotted. Okay, so it's all in verse 32. Let me see what. Let me make sure it's the same word. So speck each time, which 53:48. Spotted is 29:21. Yeah. So I'm going to put speckled, spotted, brown one. Speckled. I should add that in there, and the brown ones. So the speckled and spotted sounds better, and it's just, and that's used twice, or it's just like the brown one is only used once. That one's used. Okay, so I want to check this too. So sheep is se, goats ba is zim, and lambs ba kasabim. Ba means among. So is that different? Sheep say. Yeah, I guess it is a little different. There's also a zone means flock. That's what I've learned so far, like in Hebrew, which I haven't been able to make it to in a while. But let me just put, for now, just to keep things moving, I'll just put these in. Speckled. Spotted. Oop. Need to change the font. Brown. Now let me put in each of these. Open each in a tab. So I want to make sure I can't just take the whole, copy the word here, because it could have a prefix in, which means something else. Oops. There. So this is not code. Is it? I don't want it bold. Doesn't look like it actually. Looks like it. Yeah, it doesn't look like the same. Yeah, it's not the same font as here. Oh, maybe because I didn't change the Hebrew font either. Oh well. The spotted is Tala. I could try with this one. No, it didn't make a difference. Oh wait, yeah, I did. It's uncorrected. Let me retry this one. Let me put these in parentheses quick. And here we have chum, speckled. I'll go into more detail next one. And this is the first time I ever put like the words in one slide like that. And I don't know if I'll keep it because I'm going to have each one divided up later, but this will do it for now. Yeah, in English that would sound like chum, but this what's the word for it's a whole, yeah, I think it's a hole and bob with the gash there. That makes the ooh sound. If the dot was above, it'd make the o sound. Yeah. Let's do that. And now I want to look at how each of these is used elsewhere in the Bible. And for sure, a lot of this is going to be, isn't going to make it all the way to the end. So this one is not cold or speckled. How many times is this used? 9 occurrences. I'll make it easy. And this Tala, to patch spot. Okay, move this there. How often does this one show up? It's 8 occurrences. And then another one for chum. Darkened, dark brown, or black. This one has 4 occurrences. So this, supposed to be and this I might, let's see, just so it fits in here better, might just take that one off because it's down here anyway. Yeah. So now that's 48. That's 54. It's not as large, but it's better. I think leave it like that. Just keep everything on one side. Excuse me. And now, yeah, let's look at words. So this is, well, okay, yeah, this is all in Genesis 30 and 31. So that actually doesn't help. It's kind of funny. That's the only time. Let me just check here. 31:10. It looked like these streaked, speckled, and gray spotted. So okay, so this is the Rams now. 31:10. Okay, well, yeah. Does that show up in this one also? It doesn't. So some of those are different words. Okay, so but yeah. So anyway, the speckled is only here. The not cold. Only shows up in this part in Genesis. What's it saying on here? Only of sheep and goats. From an unused root, meaning to mark by puncturing or branding, spotted, speckled. So actually, and this is what I wanted to check out if it actually meant like something necessarily bad with it, or if it's just kind of like distinguishing. Which in this case, it does look kind of like that. You're like spotted. This is all in Genesis 30. Joshua 9. You see, Joshua 9:5. Let me look at that. I'll open this up in another tab. Just so I can keep the Genesis 30 handy. Was it in Joshua 9:5? When the inhabitants of Gibeon heard what Joshua had done to Jericho and Ai, okay, this actually could be helpful. They worked craftily and went and pretended to be ambassadors, and they took old sacks on their donkeys, old wineskins torn and mended, old and patched sandals on their feet, and old garments on themselves. All the bread of their provision was dry and moldy. And they went to Joshua to the camp at Gilgal and said to him and to the men of Israel, "We have come from a far country. Now therefore make a covenant with us." And so they were wanting to look like they were in like a worse condition than they actually were. So they used patch sandals. So so that would indicate that like this first speckled might be kind of like something that isn't as desirable. See, I gotta see. Let's see. I should probably put in the first part to get the full context. And it came to pass when all the kings who were on the side of the Jordan, in the hills, in the lowland, and all the coasts of the great sea toward Lebanon, heard about it. They gathered together to fight with Joshua and Israel with one accord. When the inhabitants of Gibeon heard what Joshua had done to Jericho and Ai, they were crafty. Okay, so like this whole group, yeah, they wanted to fight with Joshua because they were afraid of what Israel was going to do to them. So like the chapter before must be the fall of Ai. Yeah. So like it had Jericho earlier and then this one. So I'll put that in here. This is after patch and spot. And let's see. And they did so it looked like they were from a very far country. So I'm not going to need all that in here. So, but I think I might, I can explain that part. So I'll start with this. I'll probably even cut out the very first verse here. Because I think it gives enough of a gist of what's going on there. I won't worry about splitting up now just because I want to remember that's all together, but maybe I will. Maybe I'll just get out of the way. Okay, yeah, so you're from a far country now. Yeah. So that gives the context of what they're trying to pull off. And I think I'll actually try splitting up here. Mid-verse. No, that's 26. Oh wait, that's 26. So it's 20, and this one could be made bigger. Yeah, that's a little bit bigger. That's good because this is like the part I'm focusing on for this commentary. And Ezekiel 16:16. So the time it's used. Jerusalem's harlotry, but you trusted in your own beauty, played the harlot because of your fame, and poured out your harlotry on everyone passing by who would have it. You took some of your garments and adorned multicolored high places for yourself and played the harlot on them. Such things should not happen nor be. Now this goes the other way. Diverse colors. So here it's saying Tala, or the Patra spot, is like for many colors. So it really doesn't, multicolored Talat. So in this case, it's looked at as a good thing. Oh, multicolored high places. Let's see, or is it? Places for pagan worship. So it's talking about the high places. So you took some of your garments and adorned spotted high places for yourself and played the harlot on them. Such things should not happen nor be. You've also taken your beautiful jewelry. For my gold and my silver, which I have given you, and made for yourself nail images and played the harlot with them. Yeah, so here's called the multicolored high places, but it could be like spot high places. And so it might be like they adorned like the old high places with the garments. So I think this kind of alludes to also like being less desirable, and that's why they had to adorn it. Oh, hello, Arlene. Good evening. Just stumbled across this on my way to sleep, but marked it for watch later. Have a lovely night. Well, thanks. You too, and have a good night's sleep. I took a nap a little earlier today, so just rested beforehand. So I think I should be good to go for a little while here. I don't know how long I'll keep working on this, but I'm hoping maybe I'll do another stream later on. Depends on how everything else goes. I would like to work on that Transformers comic later on. It's getting dark here. It's like almost sundown. So yeah, I'll put this in here for now. But this is one I could easily take out to save time. Well, my throat is dry. I'm not used to talking so much. I don't even know if I'll need all this in here. Probably not. I might have to come back to the stream in case I forget what I was thinking when I put all these in here. Hey, Daniel.
Hello.
Yeah, so like all this here, it's kind of like in the context of taking good things and giving to like to idols and to like the idols, the false gods, high places, which are definitely not good. I think I'll try dividing up here. I think it's verse 17. I might move verse 17. This is one. I think I'll just leave it for now. And then, okay, yeah, and the black and brown, that only shows up in chapter 30 here again. Only of color of sheep. An unused root needing to be worn. Excuse me. Yeah, so but like if looking I think with the context for Talah, that kind of gives the idea that they weren't as desired. I think I'm going to step away for a minute here. I've been going on about 43 minutes now, so I'll take a quick little break and then come back. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. It's been so long. I think I have to do this and oh, I think let's see. There we go. All right, be right back. Okay, I just thought of another verse I want to look up, or that I'm going to add to the end of this. So I shouldn't need that one anymore, but actually I do need that one. Well, okay, I can just, it's easy enough to open again. See, it's like the when I am weak, he is strong. 2 Corinthians 12:9. Excuse me, I think that'll be a good one for the end here. Thorn in the flesh. Okay, unless I should be exalted above measure by the abundance of the revelations, thorn in the flesh was given to me, a messenger of Satan to buffet me, lest I be exalted above measure. Concerning this thing, I pleaded with the Lord 3 times that it might depart from me. And he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, most gladly, I will rather boast in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me. Therefore, I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in needs, in persecutions, in distresses, for Christ's sake. For when I am weak, then I am strong. Yeah, I think I want to keep that in. I'm going to put that in here just so I have it handy. That goes along well with other verses I have leading up to it. Whether it makes into the final cut, I do not know. Okay, and now I'm kind of curious on. I want to look up those words for the rams that are discussed later on, but I'll do that as I go. I'm going to keep reading through the portion now, and then when I come up to that part, I'll look that up. So this is what I just added. Excuse me. 3:3. So my righteousness will answer for me in time to come. When the subject of my wages comes before you, everyone that is not speckled and spotted among the goats and brown among the lambs will be considered stolen if it is with me. And Laban said, oh, that it were according to your word. So remove that day the male goats that were speckled and spotted, all the female goats that were speckled and spotted, every one that had some white in it, and all the brown ones among the lambs, and gave them into the hand of his sons. Then he put 3 days' journey between himself and Jacob fed the rest of Laban's flocks. Now Jacob took from himself rods of green poplar and of the almond and chestnut trees, peeled white strips in them, and exposed the white which was in the rods. And the rods which he had peeled, he set before the flocks in the gutters, in the watering troughs where the flocks came to drink, so that they should conceive when they came to drink. And now, this is something else I'd like to really look into. But this is the 3rd time I've had this portion, so I'll probably end up with it again, the way things are going. And this might be the next part where I look into what prophetic significance this has. Maybe I'll get into this one, but I don't think I'll have time. So the flocks conceived before the rods, and the flocks brought forth streaked, speckled, and spotted. And maybe there's something that would cause this to occur. I'm not sure. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. I'll be right back again. All right, now, yeah, right before I got called there, notice this part. Like before, we had streaked, spotted, and brown. This one has streaked, speckled, and spotted. So let me check out the Hebrew words for these ones. This is Genesis 30:39. Let's see. Imagine this is streaked. Okay, now these are all completely different words. Or maybe not all of them. Let me go back up. Oh, I should have put the number in. I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna go back and do that now. So this is speckled is 5348. And I might end up putting all these new ones in with these ones. Spotted is 2921. Because of course you can have like different, just like in English, you can have different Hebrew words that are like synonyms, mean the same thing. And so they would also demonstrate what's the idea being conveyed. 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I'll just do like so. There. All right, and now, so this was 5348. So the speckled is the same, but these other two are different. Okay, so this is, where did I leave off? Speckled and spot. Let me see, Genesis 30:35, is that, or are these the new words? So remove that day, the male goats are speckled and spotted. It says 61:24 and 29:21. So 29:21 is, that's the same as before, the spotted. But the 61:24. I'm going to put them all in here just to make it easier. Speckled is 53:48. And I'll probably make these look nicer later on. Tala is 29:21. And Chum is 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Oh boy. Because it's Hebrew. There. And so now we've got, these are all in so this is Genesis 30:32. They come up. I should highlight these. Oops. Well, let me go all the way back to 30:33. Some time to come when the subject speckled and spotted. So 53:48, 29:21. Yeah, it's Nakad and Tala, or what, Tulu here. So those are the same ones. And brown, or dark color, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whom? It's the same. So remove that day the male goats. Okay, so this is 35. Or speckled and spotted.
What's up, Katie?
Speckled and spotted.
I'm gonna go to Crunch.
Oh, okay. Have fun. Oh, I'm not sharing. Have I not been sharing all this time?
What happened?
I wasn't sharing my screen.
Oh.
I don't have anyone watching anyway, but in case someone watches later on. Excuse me. I'm just working on my commentary. Where are you going to, Daniel?
I don't know.
Smoke weed, do crack.
Hey.
Okay, so here's the new 6124. 50. Spotted. Brown ones. All right, so these are all in 3-5. Dark colored, 2, 3, 4, 5 still. And so here we've got speckled and spotted. Speckled and spotted. So this is a different word for speckled. I'm touching my screen, but hopefully you can see here. 53, 48, 61, 24. Spotted are the same. So I think the one we haven't, 53, 48, yeah, 61, 24. The strong 61, 24 we haven't covered yet. So I'm going to add that one here. And I'm probably later on, I'll move those around. Striped or streaked. Excuse me. A cod. A code. Did I copy all this before? No, I didn't. So that's at the top. And this, so 30, 35, that's the first we're looking at. So this is the first time this one appears. These are all in 30 and 31. Yeah, so this actually doesn't give any more and we're also from Acado, striped with bands, string stick. So this is the original word origin. Oh, this one says from an unused word. Well, now I want to check all of them to see if some of these other ones might be from another word. Okay, let me go. First, I'll make this bigger. Maybe not that big. Let me look this up quick. Okay, I gotta go back. Which was the first verse where I had these on? 32. I'm pretty sure after today, I won't be doing any more near as much digging in as I put the rest of it together, because even this probably is unnecessary. But I do like to learn, because it could come in handy later on. So yeah, so this one doesn't give. This is the Nakod. It doesn't give doesn't give an origin, like another Hebrew word origin. Neither does this one. And where's in whom? Whom does not either. So now go back to where I just left off. 30, 35. That's the 6124. Okay, now this one from Akkad. Let's see if this one shows up more. Stop it. Nope. Wow. This is what I had just done my last commentary, like the binding of Isaac and bound Isaac. I used the word akkad, and that's the only time it appears. Huh. It's interesting. And so this is for. I'm going to. I don't know if this. I probably won't go into this much detail, but I'm going to put this in here. I'll put in here like this. And I'll probably just put, so it's Genesis 22:9. I'll put that right in here. That might come in handy for another commentary someday. Okay, now Jacob, 37. Now Jacob took from himself, the rods of green poplar and of the almond and chestnut trees, made strips in them, and exposed the white which was in the rods. Oh, I'm so interested to look these up. I think I'll just keep going with this, and then I'll see how much more time I have afterwards. And maybe I'll go back and look up later. If this was a full sermon, I would, but this is a commentary. I don't have as much time. No, it's supposed to be verse 39. Oh yeah, I want to put this in that first here. This one. Just so it's easier for me to keep track. And then I'll probably move them around later. You get the Hebrew letters quick. And just to save space, I'll do that. Okay, so now on 3039, yep, these are all words I've used already. So I'll keep going. And I might not think of anything today about like to bind, but maybe later on during the week something will come to mind. Now Jacob took from himself this part again. Wait, okay. Yeah. Okay. Here's where I was. See before the rods and flocks brought forth, streaked, speckled and spotted. Then Jacob separated the lambs and made the flocks face toward the street. That's the cod one again. And all the brown whom in the flock of Laban. But he put his own flocks by themselves and did not put them with Laban's flock. Oops, this one may be bolded. So flocks and sheep before us, and flocks by. Then Jacob separated the lambs and made the flocks face straight, and all the brown in the flock of Laban. He put his own flocks by themselves and did not put them with Laban's. It came past whenever the stronger livestock conceived, that Jacob placed the rods before the eyes of livestock in the gutters, that they might conceive among the rods. When the flocks were feeble, he did not put them in. So the feebler were Laban's and the stronger Jacob's. Thus the man became exceedingly prosperous and had large flocks, male and female servants, and camels and donkeys. I know I said I wouldn't do it, but I think because these rods play a big part in it. So I think I'm going to look that up here. I gotta step away quick. I think I'm going to shut the blinds and stuff. But take another quick break, and I'll be right back. All right, that time I forgot to stop sharing my screen. Okay, I'm going to look up what rods mean. So that's in 3037. Other than just branches of poplar. So here it's branches. Okay, this is mainly chapter 32. With my staff I passed over you. Staff in your hand. Gets into the staff and the rod. Oh, it's really interesting because I've done like when I've read about Moses using his rod and his staff, I wanted to do a study on that before. So that's Exodus 12. Exodus 12:11. And thus you shall eat it with a belt on your waist, your sandals. Oh, this is before they exit. This is the first Passover that they actually ate in Egypt right before they fled. This Numbers 22. That's probably, Balaam. So using his staff. What about Moses using his staff? Is that a different word? So, what's the Hebrew here again? Machel or Machalah. It actually doesn't come up much in Exodus. The only one other time. This is in the English. And how about rod? Comes up a lot here. Okay, yeah, Exodus. Yeah, they use different rod a lot. Yeah, was in your hand, a rod. So this is different from Moses's. So Exodus 4:2. So this is like, this wouldn't be the same thing. But that is really interesting. Oh, I don't think. Let me see what the English is, or what the Hebrew is. Staff. Mate. So what was it again for the other one? Genesis 30, 37. Machal. Okay, so it is a pretty different word. Mem. Is that tet? Hey. This is a mem. What's that? Oh, I forgot the names of my Hebrew letters. Lamed. Kaf. Yeah, so they both start with mem, but that's about it. Yeah, so I think I could just ignore that one, but am I looking at the right one here, though? No, I'm not. I'm losing track. Genesis 30, 37. So like branches here. Yeah, most of it again is Genesis 30. Here, let me see Genesis 32:10. And Jacob said, "O God of my father Abraham and God of my father Isaac, the Lord who said to me, return to your country and to your family, I will deal well with you. I am not worthy of the least of all the mercies and of all the truth which you have shown your servant. For I crossed over the Jordan with my staff, and now I have become two companies." So he crossed over with his staff or his makel. So it looks like it can mean the same. Means the same thing. How else is it used here? Exodus 12. Okay, the Passover. Numbers 22. This Balaam hitting the donkey. 1 Samuel a couple times. Jeremiah. See a rod of an almond tree. And here we got almond again. Zechariah a bit. Where's it? Jeremiah 1:11. Let me look that up quick. The words of Jeremiah, the son of Hilkiah, of the priests who were in Anathoth in the land of Benjamin, to whom the word of the Lord came in the days of Josiah, the son of Ammon, king of Judah, in the 13th year of his reign, came also in the days of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, until the end of the 11th year. Then the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I sanctified you. I ordained you a prophet to the nations. Then said I, Lord God, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a youth. But the Lord said to me, Do not say I am a youth. You shall go to all whom I speak. And the Lord puts forth his hand and touched my mouth. The Lord said to me, Behold, I have put my words in your mouth. See, I say over nations and kingdoms, to root out. Moreover, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Jeremiah, what do you see? And I said, I see a branch of an almond tree. Then the Lord said to me, You have seen well, for I am ready to perform my word. Almond, shaked, almond tree. So that's actually for the whole tree. So Genesis 30 isn't coming up here. Shaked. Look up Genesis 30. 37. Hebrew almond. Okay, here almond is loose. We're loose. Again, only time it comes up. So yeah, I think I'll hold off on this then and study this part more later. But it came to pass whenever the stronger livestock conceived that Jacob placed the rods before the eyes of livestock. Save them, but when the flocks were feeble, he did not put them in. Okay. Now Jacob heard the words of Laban's son, saying, Jacob has taken away all that was our father's, and from what was our father's, he has acquired all this wealth. Okay, so the main thing here is that he's acquired the wealth from the spotted and the speckle, like the ones that Laban didn't really care about. He was trying to let go. So it's like he didn't even get a wage, but it's from the leftovers. It's not favorable toward him as before. Then the Lord said to Jacob, Return to the land of your fathers and to your family, and I will be with you. So Jacob sent and called Rachel and Leah to the field to his flock and said to them, I see your father's countenance that is not favorable toward me as before, but the God of my father has been with me. And so it's kind of like when Jacob was seeing success, that's when the others turned on him. And I covered that in the previous commentary, one of those other commentaries as well. I think I mentioned that part. You know that with all my might I have served your father, yet your father has deceived me and changed my wages 10 times. I know I went over this. But God did not allow him to hurt me. If he said thus, the speckled shall be your wages, then all the flocks bore speckled. And if he said thus, the streaked shall be your wages, then all the flocks bore streaked. Let me go to Genesis. Let me go to this passage just to make sure they all are the same ones. So 53:48, yeah, that sounds right. Cool. 61:24. 124. Yeah, I will have to, if I do get this one again, I think I will have to look at that part closer. Check this. Just gonna reply to this quick. So God has taken away the livestock of your father and given them to me. And it happened at the time when the flocks conceived that I lifted my eyes and saw in a dream, and behold, the rams which leaped upon the flocks were. Okay, this is the one. I want to see if these, if the same words here. Streaked, speckled, and gray spotted. Why would it say gray spotted? I'm thinking this is different. So in the dream, he saw the rams. And like I covered in my last commentary, like the rams represent more like kings. So it's kind of like it's getting like kings from these speckled and spotted the rams, which 61, 24, 53, 48, 1261. Was that the same one? Let me check that up. Let me check up here quick. That's a new one. It's Road. Let me see if I want to make sure I'm consistent. So, okay. That's like this part. And this part here. Bada bing, bada boom. So why did it say gray spotted? I do not know. But that's how the New King James translates it. Okay, so this is 4 occurrences. I think probably after I get done with this today, I'll spend some time, like maybe next, when I again have downtime, I will work on adding stuff, like when I'm not streaming some of the other things. Like in the notes. Barad comes from something else too. 31:10, 31:12, Zechariah 6, 3 and 6. Well, let's look up Zechariah 6 quick. Yeah, I'm coming up to an hour and a half. I've been on stream. Then I turned and raised my eyes and looked, and behold, 4 chariots were coming from between 2 mountains, and the mountains were mountains of bronze. The first chariot were red horses, with the second chariot black horses, the third chariot white horses, and with the fourth chariot dappled horses, strong steeds. Okay, yeah. Then I answered and said to the angel who talked with me, "What are these, my Lord?" And the angel answered and said to me, "These are 4 spirits of heaven who go out from their station before the Lord of all the earth. The one with the black horses is going to the north country, the white are going after them, and the dappled are going toward the south country." Yeah, so again, it just looks like it's another, like, kind of like a spotted. So it's just like more like a marking, not necessarily something bad in this case. What about Barad? It's only once. That means hail. Isaiah 32. Sometimes you have like, you have to, like today, look up a bunch of information and don't really find anything out of it, but that's part of like the process. Like, you gotta keep studying, get through times like this to get the revelation. You can't like expect to learn something earth-shattering every time. The hill comes down on the forest, and the city is brought low in humiliation. Got another text from my friend here. Okay, let me add this above to this list. So there are two words that mean spotted. Oh, where did they go? Borrowed. Sounds almost like Baruch, which means bless. I have two spaces there. I do. I think I had to get that to work. All right. Okay. Then the angel of God spoke to me in a dream, saying, Jacob, and I said, Here I am. And he said, Lift your eyes now and see all the rams which sleep on the flocks are streaked, speckled, and gray spotted. I imagine those are the same words again. Back to that. 31. 13. Oh, 31:12. Yep, those all look familiar. For I have seen all that Laban is doing to you. I am the God of Bethel, where you anointed the pillar and where you made a vow to me. Now rise, get out of this land, and return to the land of your family. Okay, that's all I have from Genesis 31. So that goes to 13. And I think then I pick up, my other commentaries pick up from here. Then Rachel and Leah answered and said to him, Is there still a portion or inheritance for us in our father's house? Yeah. So this whole thing is pretty much about how Jacob got blessed and wealthy from these ones which Laban didn't even care about. And it's not, I don't know if I can go as far as saying that it may have been considered bad. I'm going to look that up because, I think that's an important thing to consider. For sacrifices, they're commanded to kill a spotless lamb. I'll look up what that word is in Hebrew. So this is the first Passover. Let's see if I can find a lamb for household. Without blemish in the middle of the first year. Okay, so Exodus 12:5. Tamim. Let's see how that's used. It's used perfect, blameless, be without blemish, without blemish. So it's used for, so that's used in Genesis 6:9. So that'd be Noah saying he was blameless. Genesis 17, walk before me, be thou perfect. So it goes to it's not just a physical trait, but also how someone lives. And so it's you see it's kind of Yeah, there's the representation of, so something that is spotted, streaked, or speckled. There, it's like I have to type it up to. This is why I have to like type everything up when I present my commentary, because I can't just talk about it off of top of my head. I have to like organize my thoughts. Now, most of these are for like sacrifices. Yeah, occurs 91 times. Well, yeah, I think I will add this quick. Male, offer the fat, bullock, goats, male goats, female ram, burnt offering, 2 lambs. Because yeah, like with the lamb, you can't tell if it's been good or not. It's like without blemish. That means it would have to be. That'd have to be like all like one color, and probably like be like white, kind of like the white garments or whatnot. So this is probably a good thing to put in. And just put in earlier. All these are. Some of these are different though, so that's good. I'm going to step away again just real quick, and then I think I'll add this in, and then I might wrap it up. That might be it for today. So, but just a few minutes here. I actually just thought also of another verse I want to add. So I will look that up quick. Tag that. tack that on at the end, and then I'm going to put like this information in, and then I think the main thing will be just organizing it from there, like the best way to lay it out. Oh no, I forgot what the verse was. Let me think. Oh wait a minute. Okay. I was thinking of. Excuse me. Yeah, Matthew 5. I want to keep this here. Just open another. Ooh. Oh. Hitting control by accident. Blessed are those who mourn. Blessed are the meek. Yeah, I think this another one that I might not use, but it's the Beatitudes. But we'll add it. I'll put it back in here so I have it handy. Oh, wait, I got 6 in that one already. Yeah, this one I'll just leave like this for now. But okay, yeah, this part about like without blemish. I want to put that earlier so I can contrast that with the spotted one. Yeah, now I'm thinking I will probably group. I'll just put it here in the split for now, and then yeah, I'll organize it later. I think I'm going to put all those. I don't really need. I probably don't even really need all. Like I don't need them all separated like that. So this will probably be next time I work on this. I'll probably separate. Well, I'm going to have to time it out first. I think it's going to be long already, but then I can create the final version, and from there start taking out the ones I don't need, or the slides I don't want to keep. Complete sound. Now this one, yeah, this is an example of the Strong's Concordance. I would say not giving a full, just this one word definition, not giving a full definition of what the Hebrew word actually means. 91 occurrences. Oh, here. And I will actually use, here, I'm going to use a bunch of these. I'll just copy and paste them in here for like a show, like as an example of it being used for sacrifices. Oh, actually, I don't even want to do it. No. I will put Exodus 12:5 here first. That's what I'll do. At least for now. Then I'll probably have to move it around. Out blemish. Yeah. What is verse? How's that? A perfect or sound? Okay. Let me see exactly how it splits it up here. Exodus 12:5. Yeah. Shall be without blemish. Shall be without blemish. Yeah. Now I can use. I think I can use it a bunch. Yeah. I'll use the snip tool. Someone at church told me about a long time ago. There. It's come in handy for commentaries and for work ever since. Snip this part. Get this on screen so people can see it. Oh, wait a minute. Why is that all blank down there? Oh, I have to do this. Here. Let's try now. There we go. Now we'll make it small just so we can get, this is something that won't actually be read. Okay, and that one through the Leviticus 3:1. Of course, most of these are repeated, but they're all grouped together. Here, they're repeated because it shows like 3 verses for each one, but at least they're all grouped together, so it's an easy way to show all of them at one time, even though they're all repeated. It gets the point across, I should say. And I'll just fill up this slide. I don't need this to be exhaustive by any means. Leviticus 9:2, scroll that off. Leviticus 9:3. Yeah, this should be the last one, looks like. Dun, 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 dun. There. But now, when you put these other Genesis 6:9, other ways it's used that aren't about animals sacrifices. This might be my longest stream yet. It helped that I had rest early on. I think I could keep going, but it's probably good to take a break and then excuse me, and then well, actually, I'll split these up. I'll do it like this. Yeah, I want to do dishes tonight, and I'll probably do dishes next, and then let's see how I'm feeling. It'll be pretty late. Maybe I'll be watching another stream or something. But otherwise, might be a good time to stream with doing that Transformers book. It's a 6, 9. Perfect instant. Genesis 17:1. Abraham, or Abram at this point. Let's see. And be blameless. So here, let me underline the citations. Yeah, okay, so now that's 40 slides. A lot of them I will remove, I'm sure. But this, I think, is a good place to stop, and then I'll start trying to organize them, sort them out, order them, and then go from there. But I'm pretty sure this is the extent of my research and information collecting for this one. So I think this one I'll be able to. It won't take as long as the last one. Probably won't be as many pictures, if any. And then so I'll free up more time to work on that Transformers fanfic too. So, but anyway, thanks for watching, and please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Like this video. Feel free to share this one, but the ones I showed earlier at the beginning, under the Bible commentary section on the front of my channel, those ones are the most important ones that I believe should be shared and will be the most beneficial. So, but yeah, definitely, if you want to share this one, please feel free. And if you have any questions or comments, please. Thank you for watching. See you later.